that.
All right. And we're live. So, welcome everyone. This is the
community for all of us.
Yeah, thank you. This is the Community for All of Us live stream. Specifically, the episode we're going to discuss episode 5 of Netflix's War for Cybertron Siege cartoon. That's the main point of it. Also, Ultimate Wolf is going to have some new toy news for us in the beginning.
Transformers news and a sad thing that happened a few days ago.
Oh, yep, sad thing. And then I guess first we should do introductions, right?
Yeah, well, just explain the other things at the end. So
you want to do that at the end?
Where we can find us, that's at the end of the show.
Right. I just want to give you a chance to introduce yourselves if you wanted to.
Okay, I'm the Ultimate Wolf.
I'm Baby Mahal.
All right. So I guess do you want to start with the news, both sad and exciting?
So the sad thing I can do, I don't have this one. I can't show on screen. I just got to find a picture. So sad thing is, a few days ago, Chadwick Boseman, he played a lot of movies, and 42 movie, Black Panther for the MCU for the Marvel movies. He just died a few days ago of colon cancer, 42.
Yep.
So there was a tribute for him on ABC the other day to the actor. And I also do have Transformers news and some Kingdom listings too, with also Kingdom pictures.
Nice.
Doctor, you'll see that screen at the bottom. So you guys can see what I'm looking at.
There we go.
So it looks like the big. So there was an update for the big Firebird toy. It's their third-party RC, which is their niece. So they might come with the RC head sculpt. It's third-party. There's no pictures. There is actual in-box picture. She will come with a bow, 2 chest parts, 1 shield part, 1 shield, 1 arrow, 1 sword, 1 gun, 2 head sculpts, 8 posable hands, 1 normal expression, and 1 open mouth expression. There, and then I'll change to the other picture. So there she is in the box, so you can see the figure and then her accessories right next to her. And then also Auxiliary Max had more pictures for the Brawl from there, all built-in combiner. So this is the full picture of him. So the Bruticus, he's Titan class. He's the Combiner Wars Devastator height. So he's not MP. The Auxiliary Max is not MP scale. So if you want a G1 Bruticus to scale better, then the Combiner was the one to fit in with your Chug or Hasbro or a Combiner.
That's a good scale right there.
Yeah.
Like
instead of the MP. And then there was also other pictures for their Brawl too, which loads. And they did show other pictures. They did also announce that they won't be doing a box set, which is weird. Most third-party companies will do a box set for the figure. No box can contain the mighty Assaultus. We've been asked quite often, and just want to clarify, there will be no box set of Assaultus. Thank you for your support. So no box set. They even show the Onslaught in a box that says no box set crossed out. So there's combined mode right here. So here's the Brawl, which we talked about in another episode. So now here's all of them. So Brawl, he is a little bit more taller than the rest of the Limbots. Not as big as Onslaught. We're going to all go in Bruticus Combiner from Auxiliary Max. Which means all combiner parts will be integrated into the figure instead of attaching separate parts to fit onto the figure. So here's all of them in their alt mode. Here's one in the Bruticus mode. So there is an upgrade kit out, so you can get more G1 chest style, and then also the 2 feet to be based off the G1 toy instead of all built in, and then the gun too, so you can see holding. Well, the G1 style gun, and then here is another pose with the full stuff. So Netflix, they also showed off Transformers spoiler box, but for the leader class, Earth Max, Nemesis Prime, for So you do get the Nemesis Prime figure. It's just a repaint of the Earthrise Optimus Prime leader class. You get his sword, 2 guns. You get one of the Battlemaster Slither thing in red and black, and then 3 Energon cubes, and then 1 blaster pack with the figure, which is just their things, just repainted, which Hasbro likes to do repainting.
I do want to point out that the robot portion is actually Siege Prime.
Yeah,
they mixed the Siege cab with the Earthrise trailer for some
reason. Well, we already have Siege, but he does. Yeah, you can tell it's Earthrise. Yeah, I just saw it because the wheel's right here. So that was the thing on the Siege. So it's just basically Siege Prime just repainted into Earthrise Nemesis Prime. And you do see the truck mode too, right there. Yeah, you can tell it's Siege with the roof right here, and then the grill. So it's literally Siege Prime, Siege Nemesis Prime, just re-released for Earthrise, which was their own. They already had their own mold of the figure as well. So we also do have a few Kingdom pictures. First, one of them is Cheetor, which is the deluxe. I'll explain that in the listing. So he doesn't come with his usual gun that we do see him use in the shield. In the show, he actually comes with a whip, which we have never seen him use before. So a different weapon for him to use. And then we also do see is cheetah mode, too. Looks posable, more posable than the original Cheetor. Everything looks good. The black stripes, the dots, because he's a cheetah. And then everything looks to show accurate, better than the Hasbro MP figures. And then also, we do see a Warpath. And from what it looks like, Warpath is actually a brand new mold, too. And then you can see a more cheater figure in Beast modes right next to it. And there was also a Black Arachnia robot mode picture. So we don't know if Black Arachnia will come with a weapon. We just see her in robot mode and just a T-pose with the spider legs in black instead of the color how they were in the show. So there's that. I'll talk about that in the listing. 2. DNA did show off an upgrade kit for their Studio Series Devastator. So they did say what parts they're going to improve to make it more movie accurate. So you have face expressions, extra parts for the neck, shoulder fillers, back, fan with cables, or if you pre-order the upgrade kit early, the infamous Devastator's demolition balls. They do say that, so then I'll also show off pictures. So here's everything you get. So the balls, everything, the cables, the grill, and everything will be able to store from alt mode for the upgrade kit. It doesn't store in robot mode, but Combiner, it won't work for combined mode to make it more movie accurate. So you can see the actual gears and stuff on this figure, facial expressions, stuff like that too. So they do show off the original with the new one. So he has more of the horns at the top of the head. You can see the facial expressions to the legs, everything right here, even the chest. So the way how they have the gears at the back instead of just being scavenger's arms wheels at the back. It's a new piece for that part. And then they do show him in a crouch pose, and how he was in the movie, it was actually walking out all 4 arms, which you did see from the movie. Well, when he appeared in the movie, so you can even see the shoulders right there, the new shoulder parts too. They do show off the scavenger, so it's different transformation from what it looks like. Parts will be able to store for robot mode for scavenger, so if you want, you can store them in robot mode, but it's more for combined mode. They store at the back for alt mode. Transformation might be different. We don't know yet. It's just pictures that just start showing up from DNA. And then you can see the truck mode, overload 2, and then scrapper with the parts on the back, and then long haul with the main part at the back. too. And then here's another picture, so you can see all the from Devastator's head point of view of the upgrade kit to the shoulder pieces in the picture with other parts. But yeah, so you can see all the little detail for the upgrade kit. So transformation might be the same, and then you can see the walls right there hanging down below. And now I do have Earthrise listings. Well, Kingdom listing. So one quick for Earthrise, we'll be getting Transformers Generations, Hardened, Medic. It will have Lifeline, which is just the repaint of RC in the green color scheme, and Earthrise Ratchet, which will just be a repaint of the Ironhide mold. And now for the Kingdom listings. So for the core figures, it will be Rat Core, it will be Rat Trap, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, 2 fossilizers, which are Kingdom's weaponizers. And so instead of weaponizers, fossilizers, which are basically just bone weapons, and then they'll transform into weapon parts. For the deluxe, for the Beast Wars, we have Air Razor, Black Arachnia, Cheetor, Shadow Panther, Waspinator, which I heard Waspinator might be able to actually come apart, like he got blown up in the show, and then, or you can have him put back together like he was in the show. Scorponok, 3 fossilizers, Windflinger, and Rattail, and then the last one that has no name. Optimus Primal for Voyager, Tigertron, Rhinox, Dinobot, Leader Class, Beast Wars, and Megatron. So then those were for the Beast Wars listing. For the G1 figures, there's a Slammer, Warpath, Puffer, Pipes, Trax, Wheeljack, RC, Cyclonus for Voyager, and G1 Inferno instead of the Beast Wars Inferno. Earthrise Optimus Prime repack for the Kingdom, and Galvatron. And here's the one thing that I'm confused about. Earth Mode Ultra Magnus, even though Ultra Magnus did die in the show. So they could probably go back in time and then grab Ultra Magnus, so that way they have the Alphatron protocols, and then go to the Beast Wars era. They could do something like that. We don't know. Because it is Earth Mode Ultra Magnus. And no Commander class or Titan class announced at this point in time.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think of all that news? That's like the most exciting part for you.
Well, probably more of the Beast Wars characters, because we can get updated versions of them. Warpath. We haven't seen an updated Warpath in tracks for a while now, since the original Generations line. So, updated versions of these characters that we haven't got for a while.
Yeah, I'm thinking the RC might just be a white and pink Black Arachnia, an homage to the Bakon figure. That'd be my guess.
Maybe.
I think I want to get her, but then that upgrade kit I can't even remember the guy's name. The alien one.
You can actually see Devastator. Right there, yeah.
It's my baby.
Oh, yeah. My husband likes that. But no, there was a lot of detail on that one. That was, it's crazy. But yeah, I really want, I really want to get Jetfire, but I want to get the RC one too. I actually started liking RC too.
That upgrade.
I'm not trying to like all the female characters, but you know.
Girl power.
Yep.
You can get like 4 or 5 of them and like set them up like the Spice Girls.
I was thinking about Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for all that. That upgrade kit's nice. It makes me, unfortunately, makes me realize how lacking the base thing is now. I was all happy about it, and then I look at that, and I'm like, oh, my toy is garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, Beast Wars stuff is awesome. Looking forward to all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
All right, so episode 5 of Netflix.
The Siege, yeah.
So I guess what were your main takeaways from that one? What do y'all like most about it?
Well, maybe when Jetfire, he did join the Autobots in the episode. So maybe actually you see him actually take off the Decepticon symbol and then put on the Autobot symbol to homage the G1 when he swapped sides in the G1 series.
This guy.
Actually see him lose his Decepticon symbol and then have an Autobot symbol. Yeah, so brought Jetfire out.
Babe, he's got my.
Hey, I'll be Transformers.
Thanks a lot.
I spend way too much money on these things.
Hold it up.
They want you to
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, Jetfire.
Yeah.
Is that the one that I was looking at? The one,
Yes. It's
Yep.
only one commander class.
the 150 one?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to look
They-
like. That's how big it is for 150.
Yeah, they just had a big restock of it. I think even Pulse themselves got a restock of it.
I know that was big. Fat
Walmart.
I'm not sure about.
Well, I get a 10% discount at Walmart, so.
Yeah.
Oh, but you said Big Bad Toys had it for what, $80?
Yeah. I'll send you the link.
But yeah, I was disappointed he never did switch his faction symbol.
Yeah.
And Packer never did.
Say he joined the Autobots.
The other guy didn't either. Impactor didn't either.
Yeah.
He didn't actually join the Autobots.
But he never really, yeah.
So that's the only thing.
So the guy that Bumblebee,
Yes.
no, so he was still with the,
He was still with the
No.
Autobots because remember he got the Alcatraz protocol.
the other guy that in the movie, are we talking about the movie right now?
Talking about the show.
Well, the show.
Or the show right now? Yeah,
Yeah.
so when Bumblebee went over there and he got basically ambushed, he still had his, well, I mean, I guess he was still with the Decepticons. Even though
can you check the chat? One person asked you a question.
How did I get? My local store called Meyer had Skipjack as well as Blitzwing here, who's probably my next review. This guy's really cool. I think this is one of my studios.
We'll see.
Great.
who was that again?
Let's take from the Bumblebee movie.
It's from the Bumblebee movie.
He's the one that like stabs Bumblebee in the throat.
The one that stabs Bumblebee in the movie.
But,
I told him to
yeah,
just go
that's
on the stream and just type up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also hope Nemesis Prime shows up. I'd imagine he is. I think with him being in the spoiler box, that should be a given. Should be.
True.
Though we haven't seen Run yet, and he was in the last.
We haven't seen the Battle Masters or the Micro Masters.
That's true. There haven't been any of those guys at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Jetfire did get restocked.
That's something I'm going to talk about for the end.
So that box, that what do you call it? The spoiler box. I guess apparently someone was telling me about that it's not for available yet, and they were having me check, but now it's available for pre-order.
Yeah,
you pre-order it now, and you'll get it by the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
It went up for pre-order along with all the other new Netflix toys when they first announced them during an event, and they sold out pretty quickly. In fact, I managed to get all the pre-orders in, and then in the next few days or few weeks, I kept getting emails from Walmart like, "Oh, this item's been canceled. This item's been canceled." Saying due to low availability, even though I was like one of the first people to pre-order it. So apparently, there's no consideration given to like how quickly you pre-ordered it. I guess they just randomly kick you out if they oversell pre-orders.
Wow.
Well, I'll just walk in the back and just grab one really quick before they put it out on the shelves.
There you go.
I'm not stealing it. I'm gonna buy it, but I'm
She
just
works
gonna
at
grab
Walmart,
it.
so
I'm gonna grab it, and then my
people will be
son works. No, I've got to get 3 because I guess somebody wants to if he can't get a hold of it.
Because his Walmart was far from him. That's why.
I can't remember who it was. No. Anyways.
So yeah.
But yes.
So I think this episode 5. This is right before the final episode of the season, so everything's kind of ramping up now. Stakes are getting higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I like that. The action's really picking up.
Yeah.
I think Jetfire was probably he kind of stole the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree.
I find his speech patterns a little weird. I always found that distracting. They're almost kind of stilted the way he talks. I don't know if that was intentional or maybe just the way it came out in editing. But the other character I thought was
the Sound Blaster for the first time in the show.
Yep.
Too.
Old Sound
Blaster.
Yeah. He was a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect to see him, and then when they did something a little different and
appear in the show. So
yeah, I mean he shows up as a clone. He's a neutral, and I liked his personality, right? He was like this crime lord character, which was interesting coming from a character that looks like Soundwave because he's normally just very monotone and very stoic. So I thought that was a neat take. What do you guys think of the whole Sea of Rust sequence and the zombies and all that? Did it work for you?
Yeah, that was quite different because last time we saw zombies was Transformers Prime. So,
it was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't really like that last scene. I don't like any kind of zombies, but I mean, I guess the graphics were pretty cool, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, so it looked like it was supposed to be kind of a callback to the Transformers Prime show.
Yeah.
It was very similar to that because in that show, they had Dark Energon, which had the power to bring Transformers back as these zombies. And they had that whole sequence in the beginning of the series with like the Transformer graveyard and they all came up.
Yeah.
And I imagine it had to be inspired by that at least.
Yeah, somewhat inspired from that. Well, how it was in the Prime show, and they just redid it a different way because that was Dark Energon and that brought him back, and now this was different.
Yeah, there's
and another thing that kind of confused me is if the Decepticon is the only thing. Hold on a second. I'm sorry about that. If a Decepticon is the only one who can navigate through the electronic field and the tornadoes, how are the others able to follow Jetfire after Jetfire rescues the other guy? Yeah.
Well, they
did say that the Decepticons didn't know. Well, the Seekers didn't know that the fight path to get through, so that's why. But yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it wasn't that the Decepticons were the ones capable of going; they were just the only people that had mapped it out.
That had to have a map.
Yeah, he did say that before, and then that's when they brought Jetfire out from prison.
Yeah, but I just didn't get how, like, all of a sudden once he got rescued, or he did rescuing, all of a sudden the Autobots came through. They just drove through it. So I just didn't understand, unless they knew of the plan before they went in. So
yeah,
I just didn't get it.
That on my end for a second. Not sure what happened there.
You kind of got stuck.
Yeah, everything like disconnected for a sec. I don't know. It was weird. Seemed to happen just as the rain picked up too.
Oh man, is it rain? It's about to rain out here too.
It's pouring here. It's been nonstop. My downstairs laundry room, there's like some issue with the seal and the foundation, so like water is like coming down the ceiling because that's how waterlogged all my dirt is right now.
Is that part from Laura?
Oh yeah, I think it's like the runoff from Hurricane Laura.
The end off.
Yeah, and we my grass is so overgrown because here in Kentucky the weather is either like 95 degrees or pouring, so neither one is ideal for cutting the grass because
unless you mow the lawn at like 1 a.m.
I don't think my neighbors would appreciate that. I get
noise at 1 in the morning, then there's a lawnmower going out.
It's 11 or 10 p.m. somewhere else.
Crazy neighbor mowing his lawn at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like how they, well, I didn't know who she was. I thought she was, I thought RC was supposed to be like, was Chromia in disguise. I don't know, because when they were going in undetected to the place to trade the Energon.
Yeah, they ran into Sound Blaster, and then you see them using the weaponizers, like he formed the cannons, like the figure did do, or that figure.
I just wish they would have introduced her for the people who are like new to this, because I'm very new at. I watched it. I probably watched it when I was like 4 or 5 years old, a little kid. So none of the stuff stayed with me. But I wish they would have kind of like introduced her for like first time noobs, I guess, you know. But
yeah,
I mean, I think she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did just kind of get thrown in there.
So yeah, that's why I thought she was like Chromia undercover.
Yeah, she was she's interesting because they just created a whole new character model for her. I imagine maybe when they started production on Siege that the toy just hadn't been made yet or revealed.
Yeah.
Because I mean they have an RC toy. It looks pretty good.
And then Kingdom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I guess we'll see what happens.
When you were showing the toy from far away, like from your screen, from far away, she looked like it kind of looked like her, but then it also looked like a character from Dragon Ball, Frieza or something, or I can't remember.
You can kind of see that, yeah, with the white, and like a little
Yeah, and the stuff on the top,
yeah,
kind of looked like.
Frieza. I agree.
So, but yeah, I think she's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's a shame they killed off Moonracer. Oh, well, she didn't die yet. Kind of spoilers, I guess. She got her arm ripped off in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one. So between like Moonracer and Soundwave's guards and the zombies, like the one thing that bugs me the most about the show is really, really showing in full force is just the utter lack of character models.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard them before, but like every time I go back and watch a show, it just bothers me more. It's like you guys had CAD files for so many characters, and like they couldn't get Moonracer right. They couldn't have any other generics that weren't just recolors of like the same 5 people, and it's really bugging me. And I hope it gets better with Earthrise. I don't know if it will, since it's apparently
we haven't even seen the trailer for Earthrise, so we got
So maybe as time went on, they had access to more characters because
they're kind of cutting out for me.
Yeah, it's storming over there.
Oh, gee. That figures, right? But yeah, I mean, it makes Cybertron feel very barren, right? When everybody just looks the same. So that bugged me. And then another thing I find weird, and this episode really highlights the 2 characters, are Ironhide and Hound.
Mm-hmm.
It really seems like their 2 personalities just got swapped completely.
Yeah.
Like Hound was like the rough and tumble guy with a southern draw, and then Ironhide was this like dutiful soldier type, and that's a complete reversal of their normal characters. And it would have been so easy for them just to swap it and just have Ironhide out there on the mission with Hound, manning the console.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why those decisions were made. It seems like choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is maybe somebody saw a movie Hound and were like, that's got to be him right there, the cowboy.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So what's that? What's that in your hands?
Hound. Is
it? Sorry, my husband's in the back distracting me. No, I was just saying it for the people who are not physically watching.
I know. It's all about Hound. Well, the original version, not the Netflix version. The original release. Not the Netflix version, which was just Hot Shot and repainted.
Oh, I want to show off a little bit. So what else I found recently?
Oh, nice. Did you want to read your blaster?
Yeah, he's finally starting to show up. You should be able to find him, Teresa. He's popping up at Walmart specifically. So
is he?
Yeah, Walmart. So yeah, that works out for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I got a couple coworkers that'll keep an eye out because I only work 3 days a week now because of school. So.
Yeah.
Is that the original Sound Blaster?
Yeah, the original blaster. Yeah, he's
Where's the other one?
He's a lot cheaper than Soundwave. Because Soundwave was $50 when he came out, and he's
and then they lower the price. So.
Yeah.
You guys want to see my collection?
Yeah.
Don't laugh. You got this little cute guy. He's on top of my computer, and then I got this guy.
My son has the Optimus. He got it from I think it was a kids meal or something, right?
Yeah. And then
Little Deadpool.
which is the other one that we have?
No, I actually haven't found him yet, Jay.
Yeah, somebody at one of my local Targets, they managed to find one, and they
You took it.
they're on one of the sightings forums. They said they had like 3 of them. By the time I got there, they either sold out or the employees pulled them because it's street dated for some reason for September 11th.
Yeah.
Target's got this weird thing going on with street dates right now where they'll sometimes not sell you things even though everyone else is selling them. They did the same thing with Overload too. Luckily, I was able to find a cashier that let me buy it.
Yeah, plus I really buy from Target anyway. But yeah.
Target's a little expensive though for all that stuff.
Target's fancy Walmart.
Yeah, I know. I have to
agree.
get dressed to go to Target.
Yeah, it's like Walmart, but you shop with your pinky in the air because you're like fancier than.
Bougie.
Yeah, you're bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Target. So one thing I will say between Target and Walmart, and just generally speaking, Target employees tend to be a lot more helpful. And not saying
They get
anything
paid more. That's why.
Yeah.
maybe, but like, oh, Jay got lead foot, lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. When I go to Walmart, I'll be like, "Do you have this?" And I'm like, I don't know.
That sounds like my son.
And then,
But you know what? You know what? Even though I don't work in the department, I'm the type that'll pull out my phone and say, "Hey, go ahead. It's in this aisle over there in the toy department. Go look for it.
Yeah.
He's there. We got supposedly." And I show them through my phone, like kind of hinting them to download the Walmart app and check for the inventory through your phone.
yeah,
So,
and I mean, sadly, there are a lot of Walmart employees that they either don't know what they can do because they may not have that interest to learn the job that well, or they just don't want it or don't care. But
It's
you go
both.
to Target, you go to Target, you're like, "Hey, I was wondering if you have this thing." They're like, "Oh my, sir, let me run to the back. I will climb the risers. I will do whatever I have to do. I will fall to my death to get you that toy." And I'm like, "Oh, I mean, thank you. You don't have to, but
Yeah.
they're very helpful." And I found that as long as you're really nice to them, like 90% of the Target guys that work back there, they'll usually go look for you.
Yeah.
As long as you ask nicely. But they also, I think they're given better tools too. They have their scanners that tell them like pretty much everything, like what they have in the back, where it's at, what they have on the way. So I do enjoy hunting at Target more just because they seem better equipped for dealing with a customer like me that's a collector that's trying to find things that may not be on the shelf.
I started going to, I know it's off topic, but I did start going to Target. I don't remember how long ago, because they were the only place that sold Studio Ghibli movies. So I bought my Ponyo, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. I had to buy it one by one
Yeah.
until my husband bought me the complete set in Japanese.
Oh, nice.
So,
Yeah.
Somebody made
now
a
I've got to
little-
learn Japanese.
somebody made like a little April Fool's artwork at some point a couple years ago. It was going to be for a Ponyo 2, and it had like grown-up versions of Ponyo and the boy, like teenagers.
I think it was a girl. Oh yeah, Ponyo and the
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, and it was like a recreation of that ending scene where she's like kissing him, but kind of like flying in the air. And it was a recreation of that, but them older, and it said Ponyo 2, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And it was an April Fool's joke.
Aww.
I wanted to find out because that's not
They
cool.
did that with a lot of movies, though. They did do that with a lot of movies, I think. But that's crazy how like animation nowadays is, and it's easy.
Yeah. I mean, I'd watch a sequel. I don't know what it was about that movie, but I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to watch something happy,
Yeah.
It was weird though. The little girl turns into like a frog fish monster. But,
Man. I wonder if they had if that would have been cool if they had Liam Neeson in the background just watching them, because he's the dad in the movie.
this unapproving look on his face.
Like, no,
6 inches apart, kids. 6 inches at all times.
Bertha. What's her name? Bertha?
I don't know. You're young.
Oh man, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, so.
Yeah. Oh man, he found
But-
himself in some hot water here. Yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to keep it on topic. I'm very bad at going on
Yeah.
tangents. But you guys got to rein me back in sometimes.
Talk about episode 5, then.
What's that?
Talk about Siege, episode 5.
Yes. So overall, I thought it was a really good episode. I think 6 is probably going to be more
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, you're gonna love 6 Mahal.
As soon
It's
as
like-
as soon
would've
as
thought
I
about
get
that
off
one,
of this, I'm gonna go watch it. I just don't want to watch it all at once and then forget which
Hey, that's what
episode
everyone
is connected
else
to
did,
what.
so You're good.
Yeah, I've just gone back and watched them. Like each day we're supposed to do this, I'll just watch it.
I
ahead of
watch
time.
it twice. I watch one episode twice a week, and I usually watch it the second episode on Sunday or Monday, right before the stream, so I can refresh everything because
Yeah.
can't forget.
So is there
And
anything
then-
about? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, and then just in case I missed something, then I'll catch on, and then I'll be like, oh, I get it now.
Mhm.
So I guess is there anything about episode 5 that you guys, if you could, wave a magic wand and change it, you would change or do differently? Like something you just said, oh, that's cool, but I'd rather this, or
That zombie ending.
you don't like the zombies?
No, I didn't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, I didn't really like it. I mean, I'm sure there was a point to it, but I'll see in the next episode. But
I just wish they would have explained that one a little more. They didn't touch on it. It could have been the Allspark bringing back to life, because it does do that, though it doesn't usually zombify things when it does that.
that's what I was.
Those crystals might have supposed to have been Dark Energon, but again, they never say it. They're just like, oh no, zombies, and then they go away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like, oh, that was way too easy. They walk in and grab it. No, I'm sure.
More Sound Blaster. I agree. I hope Sound Blaster comes back.
Yeah.
I mean, the mercenary faction's a lot bigger in Earthrise, so maybe, he shows up in his own ship and he's like chasing Bumblebee down after killing him. Yeah. Now I don't know if I want another Sound Blaster, but it would have been kind of cool if Netflix did one with the mercenary symbol, like a toy one.
Right.
But then I'd have 3 Soundwave molds. I don't know if I'm down. Well, actually 4. I don't know if I'm down for that.
The Follow Cybertron version of them.
So after this one, so is there like a chronological order to watch these shows? Like, so there's that War for Cybertron, and then you guys were talking about like Prime.
So most of the shows are disconnected from each other.
Okay.
One thing Transformers does a lot, and they've been doing it since about 2000, is just like rebooting the franchise over and over again, which is good for some things. Me personally, I like a story with a very fleshed out, expanded, universe and storyline. I wish they'd stop doing it every so often. Like, I'd be really happy if the trilogy does well enough to where they just keep it going. They don't just end it after 3 seasons, because 3 seasons is like the magic number for Transformer shows. Get 3 seasons, then boom, reboot button.
Only a few of them with season 4. So
yeah. I think like Rescue Bots and G1 are the only ones that really got past the third season.
So that's the thing.
I tried to put on Rescue Bots for my kids. I'm gonna do it again on their days off. Try to get them into it.
A lot of people, they say Rescue Bots is really good. I can't get into it. It's just a little too young for me. I'm sure if I was 5, I'd like it.
Better for them. It's a little bit older, but still for kids.
Yeah, but
and I try to sit through it too, because maybe I would get something too. But I was like, no, I got way too distracted.
Yeah, as far as the question though, there's not really a specific order you have to watch them. But as far as what I'd recommend, just to get all the references and everything, the original, which is, it's going to be a little hard to sit through because it's very old, it's very dated.
Yeah, there was
much more concerned with
figures, different wrong paint colors. Speaking of that, TF, did you see the MMC Vortex blast off? It actually did fixed one of the issues. So one of the issues for blast off from the G1 series, how his visor was blue in the show. There was like a paint mistake that was up. His eyes were supposed to be blue, and then it was black for one of the episodes. But then the visor would be actually blue at the top. MMC, they actually added that for their figure for another face. So if you want, you can have that.
Oh, that's cool.
To have how the wrong paint on the front part.
I like that. I like when companies, either Hasbro or third party, will add those little Easter eggs where you can kind of swap around. Have your perfect version.
Yeah.
Still waiting on a yellow-eyed Optimus. I really thought they were going to do it with Earthrise, and they disappointed me. I'm very sad.
Who does the voice of Optimus Prime in the show?
Here, I can bring it up on there.
Because I heard you guys talking about Christian Bale.
It's not him. It's
Jake Fushi, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's actually very young, Jake Fushi. He's like early 20s, I think. He's just got a really deep voice. He's just one of those people that's just gifted with that really, really deep voice.
Yeah, because I was looking at this guy?
It's blurry. I can't see.
Hold on.
Yeah, just read us the name, but yeah, it's Jake Belushi, something like that.
Let me do this.
He's the same guy that does Optimus for Cyberverse.
Yeah,
And the new Rescue Bot show.
right.
He's like the stand-in for Peter Cullen when they don't want to hire a union.
Can I do a screen share really quick?
Yeah. You just gotta put it up in the
Oh,
backstage.
I don't know.
Whoa, what am I doing?
You can't.
Mess with the zoom of the whole thing.
Okay.
There
This
we go.
guy? I have a bunch of them. I just pulled up images, typed up his name. But this guy?
Him. Yeah, it looks like him.
Yeah, that's the actor.
Jeez
that.
Louise,
I know, right?
he
He
is
looks-
young.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see if I can find his
There's
face.
no... That's Optimus Prime.
Yeah, for the Siege. Another.
Jeez, how do I stop sharing him?
Look at the bottom of your screen. It will literally say stop sharing screen.
Yeah, we I think Fushi works pretty well for the show because it's supposed to be a younger, less experienced Optimus. And I think his portrayal is a lot closer to like G1 Peter Cullen than it is Peter Cullen of, recent years, where they didn't make him so like uptight and stoic all the time. He was a little more fun, a little more freewheeling. So I think it's a good portrayal. And then Cullen, I don't think it's his fault either. I think it's just the writing that they've given him. They've tried to make Optimus in this like Jesus figure, and it just kind of makes him preachy and not very exciting sometimes, right? Like, nobody goes to church and like, yeah, So I think it's a good take. Would I rather see the union actors come back for a lot of the parts? Yeah, but for what they have, I think most of them are doing really well. Jason Marinocha as Megatron is fantastic.
Yeah, and he looks the part too.
Turns out he played the Joker for something too. I didn't realize that. He does a really good Joker. He's very close to Mark Hamill's, yeah.
That what do you call it? That Edward Bosco?
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty young too for Ultra Magnus.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a pretty young cast, which maybe that might have been intentional. The G1 cast, a lot of them getting up there now, and they're not going to last forever. One of my favorite game series, I think they learned the lesson of you don't want your voice cast to be too old because like half the cast is dead now. It's the Legacy of Kain series. Like if they ever did make another game, they'd have to.
They want to bring you back.
Yeah, like they're all passed away. They're all
kind of like Chucky from.
He was supposed to do Black Panther 2 soon, and then do that no more. So
yeah. So
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Looks like it's red. Netflix. Oh, as far as the Netflix Soundwave eyes, so there have been like stock photos of him where his eyes are red, but then there was like one random picture of somebody holding one in their hand and it had yellow eyes. So unless that's a custom, I would say most likely the Netflix Shockwave is going to have yellow eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. So, I think that's all we really need to say about episode 5. Huh?
I have this. Who was it? This other character. I have the Shockwave of this, but RJ said that my husband said that it's the what? There's a special edition. Oh, he was messing with me. Oh my god, he was all like, "Oh yeah, he's a special edition because there's a design on its head. The other ones didn't have a design on it." And I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, there is a design on its head."
That's on every Optimus Prime.
But it was on the other one. Oh, he painted it. He painted it on the other, and he's looking for it now. But he painted it on the other one, and he just freaking lied to me. Jerk.
Yeah, Austin. Normally, I lean toward yellow eyes with Soundwave, but because they colored the new one so much like the cartoon, it does look weird with yellow eyes. The yellow eyes work when he's really dark blue, like the original toy, but when he's got that lighter blue, yeah, it looks weird. So
yeah, I'm looking at the picture and see
like a little Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
made out of all the Legos from Legoland, and we brought it home with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's yellow on the figure for Netflix. So the red was just custom painted.
No, you didn't. Oh, you colored. He colored on this one. You didn't make that Deadpool. You just colored on it. But yeah. Oh, I guess it was originally Spider-Man, but he turned it into Deadpool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, for the Netflix Samurai Wise. It's just painted red for customization. Times in package shows his inside legs painted blue.
I hope they are. That gray looks really bad. Yeah, they went as far as to paint the hands and they left the legs alone, which was a shame on the regular Earthrise. Which I find that so backwards too. How the Netflix Optimus is the Earthrise version.
Oh wait.
Nemesis
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then
Sorry.
the Siege.
And she was showing some figure that showed up again.
Stop, babe. God, if you wanted to be a guest, you can
It's
go
a
beyond
very well armed fighter.
Yeah, with flotation devices.
Yeah, it's safe for safety in case you fall in water.
And she can fly too, because they're also what do you call it? Parachutes.
Yeah.
Parachutes. Anyways,
Mhm.
yeah. My husband's a big kid, so.
You can do the where we can find this.
So, I guess if there was a character you guys would see added to the show, like I guess number one that didn't show up, which one would you choose?
Maybe Springer to see him at least in the show because we haven't seen him since from ages, a while now in the show.
Deadpool.
Oh, any character? I don't know.
No, I'm just giving you an out.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm learning. I'm sure there's a lot of new characters from the very original one. So now I'm still learning.
Or maybe the Dinobots too.
Yeah, there's a ton of characters that are from the toy line that never show up, and that just boggles my mind.
So those toys that you were showing earlier, I thought was Thundercats.
Thundercats?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if they, and I was like, oh. And then I looked and I was like, oh no, they're Transformers. It's just a different line. And then I always got that scooter person mixed up with GoBots to
You're talking about GoBots. It's not Transformers.
I know. Now I know. But then I look at it and it doesn't even look like the character that I used to like in GoBots. I'll have to go and watch those episodes too.
Yeah.
But,
Austin, as far as the difference between those two, it looks like the Netflix one is a little bit closer to the toy coloration with the darker blue, kind of like the Soundwave toy. They did still go with the blue eyes, but I noticed it looks like they painted them a lot brighter, which is good because the regular Earthrise Optimus, you can barely make out his eyes against the blue face. So they seem to have brightened that up a bit. So better than nothing, though. With the colors they use, I still would have preferred yellow because it just would look a lot more like the original toy.
Yeah.
So, all right. So,
where can they find us? It's about time to redo it. So,
yeah. Well, unfortunately, I'll have to go hunting for my Optimus since they just canceled my order for no reason at all.
Yeah.
why don't you just? Why would you have to cancel your order?
No, Walmart did. So I went and pre-ordered them all on the first day, and then after about a week or two, I was getting emails saying like, "Oh, your Optimus was canceled due to high demand. Your Impactor was canceled due to high demand." Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I don't know how you guys determine. I don't mean you, but like Walmart, how they determine.
I don't get it. Yeah. I mean, it's not school supplies.
Right.
You got that right.
I would imagine that if you oversell a pre-order, normally you would just cancel the last however many you sold instead of just randomly canceling people's. But
yeah.
Well,
I think that's them.
I mean, the Netflix toys haven't been hard to find though, so I'm sure I'll come across. Honestly, I'll probably find them all in store before they ever actually deliver on the pre-order because they keep pushing it back to October.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day I saw, or on the website when I was looking at what is it called? That box, the toy in the box, the spoiler box.
Yeah.
Nemesis Prime.
Yeah. So before I logged in, because I guess it was based on just all of Walmart. The release date they said is the 15th. Hey, And then I clicked in and I logged into my Walmart and it says the 17th. So I guess there's a delay with my Walmart.
Yeah,
So
well,
I might have to pre-order it now.
They keep pushing everything back. I don't know. So with the first wave of Netflix stuff, something similar kind of happened. I didn't hear about cancellations really, but they kept pushing the release date back.
Yeah, I heard they're doing it with some Earthrise figures, like exclusives, like
and
was telling me earlier. So
yeah, they ended up pushing them back so far that pretty much every Walmart just had them on shelves well before the supposed release date online. So a lot of people just canceled because they're like, well, I'll just buy it at the store now. And I've heard from some people, last I checked, and this is pretty recent, that like their pre-orders still never came in. It's like Walmart just never fulfilled them, and they just left them up in limbo. And I don't know if somebody had claimed, and I don't know if they're right or if they're speculating, that apparently they just allocated all their stock to the actual stores and held none of it for Walmart.com. So they just had a bunch of unfulfilled pre-orders. Like instead of giving you your stuff, they just sent it out to the stores instead.
wow.
Which
It's not like the whole world is going to shop at each and every single individual one. I don't get it. They should 40 a week, right? Because I know we get shipments twice a day.
Yeah.
And the store should hold 40 max, and then the rest should go because there are people who do order for online, and we just pick it up that day and throw it in the tower. So that way they think that they did order it online, but we actually go in and shop for it.
Yeah.
So so we have to make sure we have enough for the pickers and the customers. But then with the online, should be the main where all the product should be is mostly online.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'll tell you guys a story. So recently, before I managed to find Overload at Target, there were, reports of him showing up at Walmart first, and they had him on their website. And it said, like, I could order him for pickup at my local store. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They must have some in the back. So I ordered it, and I went there, and it was the wrong one. They gave me Scavenger instead. And I'm like, okay, let me try that again. So the guy told me, like, oh, just cancel and reorder it. They substituted it, yeah.
Yeah.
We're figuring you already had it, so.
Yeah, so apparently... Oh, go ahead.
Because they figured, he wants a Transformer toe. When usually a lot of the pickers that are like, if somebody wants a toy, it's not for an adult. It's for a kid, so it's not going to matter. And they push it through because it ruins their stats when it comes to shopping. They keep on saying it's not available. It's not available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there might even be a disconnect too between the website and what the store sees, because with Walmart they have individual product numbers, but then they also have assortment numbers. So it may even be in the case of the Transformers that all they see is the assortment number, and they have no way of even distinguishing one from the other. And that's what one of the guys was.
If it looks like, they'll push it through. If it looks just like that, same color, they base it on that too. If it's not available, they're like, well, why not? And they'll push it through, or they'll say it's not available, and the next person who shops for all the missing items has to go in and push through a substitution. So it's like there's a missing communication thing going on too as well.
I think Walmart's they're really lagging behind with the online commerce section. Like they have.
It's not online anymore. It's called digital. I don't get it.
I think for some reason, as big as they are, and I know they have the resources, they don't invest much into their their website portion and all that, and they're really lagging behind everybody. It's like, look, I know you guys know that this is where everything's going. I don't know why they're just like giving Jeff Bezos all the online market. They have the power to make a good website, but they don't.
Jay was saying that he had ordered RC, but he got Wheeljack instead.
And then he also said, Walmart website is terrible.
Yeah.
It's the best thing for you to do is for you to go in and do it yourself.
Well, I only order online. So this Walmart, it's like right down the road from me. So I already know what they have out on the shelf. So when I saw online that it claimed that the store had, I'm like, well, it could just be in the back. It hasn't been pulled, to the front, to the shelves yet. But apparently that's either not the case or the pickers didn't No.
They didn't want to go on the back, or they didn't know where it was at. Because when they unload the trucks, they put them all on these big giant dollies, and they're just there's more than one. There's a lot. There's like 700 items on a one trailer thing, but they're all over the place once they're off the truck. Nobody knows, and then they just don't want to go back and get it.
Yeah, actually, I worked for Walmart years and years ago, like
Yeah.
15 years ago or so, maybe longer. So yeah, I got a taste of what the back's like back there, and just the sheer volume of pallets and everything that come through. So I know it's hectic, and that's why I placed the order knowing something like that was probably going to happen, but I figured it was worth a shot. And after the second time I ordered and I got scavenger again, I'm like, all right, well, this is not the right avenue.
That right there is probably, that right there is probably mislabeling right there or something. But Bumblebee got canceled twice.
The Netflix version of Bumblebee.
That is annoying. Yeah,
well, you gotta try to go in. Sometimes you have to go in and get it yourself, because online, it's not. Yeah.
I have a feeling the new wave's going to start hitting the stores sometime in September before they actually ship online. So honestly, I just recommend people looking in their stores. Yeah. Again, they're not hard to find. Like,
just make my list. You guys make me a list. I'm gonna hold it in the back till I get money to purchase it, but make me a list, and then
you should put like your Cash App or your Venmo up, and people just throw money at you.
Send me money plus shipping. Yeah. $10 for shipping. Yep. The little one wants to know if he can come in.
Yeah, the person said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my oldest son asking if my youngest can come in.
Yeah, he said.
I was like, someone's coming into the stream.
Yeah, he said the little kid wants to know if he can come in. Can he?
I apologize for having my crazies run around.
Well, I would like to. I try to be nice, but last few times my youngest was on the stream, he was just absolutely over the place. I had to kick him out because.
Is that the one that likes me?
Oh yeah.
No,
I said hi.
Okay.
Maybe I should let him in. He said hi to the pretty lady again. Yeah, he's a very, very honest, very open child. He doesn't hold anything back.
Oh no! All innocence.
Yeah, but he also hugs trees.
Supposed to hit tomorrow.
Earthrise Wave 2.
Where's that at, Jay? That's supposed to.
Yeah, Jay, come on.
Yeah, I know where.
Philippines, man.
It hits tomorrow. Where online? My husband's all like, his hands are itchy. He's ready to go and buy.
Oh, let me tell you.
The whole line.
Plastic withdrawal. Luckily we finally got
Target. Oh, let's see. I want to see what this is.
I work.
Oh, I got school, but what is it? Earthrise.
Earthrise Wave 2 is supposed to hit by tomorrow, hopefully at Target.
Oh, the second wave. Is it the combo box? Hold on. Is it this one?
Show on screen. The Sunstreaker right there, and then
Sunstreaker. I think Sunstreaker and Tailgate are Wave 3. They're not due out for a while. Looks like they're not showing Wave 2, but Wave 2 would be the Alicon. Who else? Alicon RC.
Quintesson. Quintesson.
What is that?
The Quintesson. Oh, yeah, that's the Wave 3 Voyagers are popping up at some targets now.
I want Ratchet, but not really. Not the other characters. Looks like I'm going to miss out on him again. What wave is Earthrise Megatron supposed to be in?
Oh, you're so lucky. He's Wave 3. He was Wave 2 originally. He got pushed back to Wave 3 with the Quintesson. So wherever you're trying.
Look at this one.
Starscream.
Starscream. Earthrise
is already out, so that's been a while.
Oh.
Yeah, I have I have RC pre-ordered on Amazon, and she was
I'm getting her next.
Yeah, she was supposed to have dropped according to the original date, and then the date came and went, and then it just now my status is just like order received. There's no date given, so it seems like nobody knows when she's supposed to come in on Amazon. Not even Amazon knows.
Yeah, Airwave was the other deluxe.
Airwave, yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for Airwave. I'm so tired of using Grease Pit as my only Decepticon. In all my reviews, like I'm gonna wear that toy out. I need a new one to demonstrate with.
Right.
But that's one thing. I'm really disappointed by the lack of airlock compatible toys in Earthrise. And I think it's just because Earthrise, since it's only a year long, there's not all that much coming out. So it's like, it's a great idea, in principle of building this huge Micromaster base, but by the end, like, you're not going to have a very big base because they only have a handful of these toys that actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you buy multiples, which I know some people do. Alrighty.
Yeah, it's time for the end of the show.
Yeah, I was going to say we just hit the hour mark. So, I guess, do you guys want to tell everyone where they can find you?
All right. Teresa, you can go first.
All right. Thank you. Well, you can find me on Instagram, Discord, Epic, Twitch at my name, Baby Mohall.
Right there. Yeah. Right
if you spell it just like that, you'll find it because there's an L between the in front of the ones.
PSN's the name Arctic.
And then so now my PSN is Arctic_Wolf_82.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just leave it at that.
You're good. So, well, you can find me here under the Ultimate Wolf on YouTube. The space, the capital W for Wolf, where you'll see the other Community for All of Us episodes and other stuff. Community for All of Us YouTube channel where I'll be hosting interviews and other stuff with other guests who can't make it to the show and other things. You can find me on Instagram under the Ultimate Wolf, as you see on screen. Discord too, PlayStation, same name, the _Ultimate Wolf. Twitch, where you see a live gameplay, and Facebook too, and the same logo.
All right. And as for myself, you can obviously find me here at this channel, TF Collector. You can also find me on Facebook. It's TFMR Collector, all one word. Twitter, and the 9 followers I have there is TFMR_Collector. I have an Instagram where I post pictures from the reviews and just general photography, and that's TF_Collector_net. And then you can also find me on the 3 fan sites, Cybertron, T-Formers, and TFW as Warkeeper.
So Discord?
Discord. Yeah, I'm on Discord now too. I don't know how to.
Or something like that.
That's the username. I'm not sure what like the actual.
Your profile.
Yeah.
I can actually see if I can
Trailbreaker.
On my phone really quickly.
I'm a member of so many Discord channels.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I had to clear that out.
I just
hashtag 7176 is your last numbers at the end of your day.
What is it?
Hashtag 7176 is the numbers at the end of your name on Discord.
Okay, cool.
Because you can just read your profile and then or someone else can.
I keep getting all these Discords, and then I just get everyone it's like drowned out in all the noise because there's so many.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Supposed to have gotten in Kato's Discord, and I forgot to get on. The invite expired. I need to
join. Go to Arkham's Lairs channel, and then you can find the link to Kato to that
cool.
to the pair of Discord. That's
good to know.
Where you can find it.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you. All right, so anyone have anything else they want to say or put out before we end it?
Well, next week, if you want to find the show again, we'll be on Billy the Kid's channel, and then Teresa, and then her channel, and then mine.
Okay.
Then we also have 2 different topics.
Cool. I'm excited for next week because I'm ready to talk about the final final episode. Good one.
Mm-hmm. With hopefully all 6 of us, which even Lord couldn't make it. He didn't even tell me.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to. This is the second time he didn't tell me he couldn't make it.
All right. Well, I guess with all that said, guys, thank you for joining us. for Community for All of Us, episode 5.
And you can also find the show on Anchor too.
That's right.
You can find it on the platforms where you can find the show and just listen to the audio.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.